hate to say that we were kidnapped and brought here. It's true. It's not hate to say that we were Jim Crow, discriminated and segregated. It's true.
Our problem has been, as black people, we've always been concerned about white America, never about...
I can't be a pessimist because I'm alive. To be a pessimist means that you have agreed that human life is an academic matter.
We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary. And you're going to have to keep on saying that.
Good evening. It's Friday. Thank you for tapping in once again. Hit that like, hit that like, hit that like. Yesterday we had a ton of likes. Thank you guys for doing that. It's important that you continue to do it. I want to double that number today. If at all possible, double that number today. If you don't hit like, if you don't even watch the whole video, hit like. Do me a favor. Thank you for tapping in to Enter the Bench Media. This 15 minutes with hRap. Today is what I deem. Every week we're going to do this. Black Friday. What is Black Friday? It's definitely not what they got going on at these department stores trying to induce you to spend money and continue to balance out their books for the end of the year. We're not doing that. What I am doing is hopefully inducing you to put money in our community. There are several ways we could do that. I'll cover them today. Before I start, I want to thank my parents, Dolores and John. Without them, there's no me. Without me, there's no pod. Y'all already know. Again, before I start, hit that like, thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, comment. Even if you watch afterwards, comment what you thought, what you like, dislike, agree with, disagree with, what have you. Allow me to begin. Today, again, it's Black Friday. I'm going to give you entertainment information. I'm going to give you some financial information that you can use to put more money in our community and ways to do it without costing you a dime. Let's start off at the very beginning. Look, Black entertainment is paramount. A lot of our favorite actors, actresses, producers, directors, they don't get the financing behind them that they need. Personally, I believe they have the money to do it on their own. They really just don't have the confidence to take the chance on themselves. Contrary to popular belief, we do a very good job at supporting our own. We do an extremely good job at supporting our own. But we've believed in this trope that, hey man, we don't support each other. So of course, when you believe in white nationalism more than white nationalists, you fall victim to their tyranny. So with that being said, what I want us to do is this: put ourselves in a position so we can enhance our community without the help of others. And then when they see us galvanized behind our community, like they do with most things, they follow us up and they support us as well. And it grows and empowers our community and puts us in the catbird seat. With that being said, today, I'll give you a couple books. We're gonna go to share screen. I'm gonna do it the rough way because, you know, hey man, it's a live program and I'm not trying to score cool points. I'm trying to give us information that's beneficial to us. This one is one of my favorite books. This book is important to our community, our history, and who we are. It is We Will Shoot Back. We Will Shoot Back is a very important book because it tells stories of our community. It tells stories about the armed resistance and the Mississippi freedom movement. See, we always hear about the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the people who rode with him. Look, that's awesome to pay respect to our ancestor, Dr. King. He did awesome work. He did great work. But this book right here talks about the people that you don't hear about. And what do I mean by the people you don't hear about? The people that you don't hear about is the people who didn't just go, yes, sir, and cower down to the white nationalists and the white supremacists and the hate mongers and these groups, like the Proud Boys and the Ku Klux Klan and the skinheads. They just say, hey, you come over here and you bother me, I'm gonna make sure you limp back or don't come back. That's why I would say we shoot back. You come over here and enact violence against us, we will meet you with the same vitriol. It is important that we do this. The reason I want to do this is this. We don't even have to purchase this book. This is not a book that's in a whole lot of libraries throughout the United States of America. If you don't have the finances to do this, hRap, I don't have $20, $25 to buy this book. And it might not even be a good book, something I'm interested in. Do me and the author a favor. Go to your public library. request the book. That means the public library has to purchase the book. If 10 of us do that, every public library in our community, those books will come in. Guess what? All of a sudden, it's a resurgence. This book hits the #1 bestseller list, and we do that author a favor. Another book that a bunch of us, a few of us will laugh when we look at the title. The title is important to me. That title is this. Let me pull it up. Like I said, we're not going for cool points today. We're not going for style points. We are going for situations to whereas we can enhance our community. That's what we're looking for. Those are the style points we're looking for. This book right here is a book that I personally love. I personally love this book, and it is the story that comes behind this book. The story that comes behind this book is the great ancestor, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was in Mississippi doing one of his glorious speeches. He had galvanized the community. He had mobilized people, and they listened to what he said. After the speech was over, a gentleman walked up to him, shook his hand, said, "Dr. King, I agree with everything you said. But you know what? That nonviolence-ish," didn't say stuff. That man said, "ish will get you killed." And his son was there to witness it. Charles Cobb, Charles Cobb, he heard it, wrote the book about how the nonviolent movement, whereas it was very efficient, ultimately end up in the death, it leads to the death of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. These are two books that, again, if you don't have the funds to purchase them from Amazon.com, you can just go to your public library. Just imagine if nationwide, every public library, while they're trying to ban books and things of that nature, but we all just went to the public library and said, "Hey, I want to get a copy of We Shoot Back, and I want to get a copy of that nonviolent stuff will get you killed." If 10 people in every community did it, they'd be forced to buy that book. Charles Cobb would be inspired to share more stories of his ancestry. And guess what? It will enhance our community, something that we need to be stuck with. We must do everything we can to put money into the people's pocket who are trying to enhance and grow us as a community. That way, they're enhanced financially, inspired, and then we are enhanced in regards to knowledge, history, and understanding of who we are, the knowledge of who we are, the history of who we are, and the understanding. It seems, in my personal opinion, that we suffer from a condition of supporting white supremacy. And when we support white supremacy, they get rich and we get poorer, and we get put in a box. We can no longer live like that. Hence, Black Friday. The next thing on the agenda is, y'all know, every single day, your boy gonna give you some Black history in regards to too fast, ladies and gentlemen. One mic history is where we're gonna go with this. One mic history tells our stories, and what we're gonna do is use one mic history to enhance us. One mic history, you can find the link. I'm only going to show you a portion of one mic history, introducing you to it. You can either go to YouTube or one mic history, or you can go to the website on the screen, www.theendofthebench.com. Watch these videos. That way, both of us benefit from enhancing your knowledge of our history and put us in an advantageous situation so we can move forward. And guess what? It only helps us. It helps you, help your grandchildren and your children's children and yourself, and puts you in a wonderful situation, taking us out of what I believe is survival mode. We have been in survival mode for quite some time. Watch this thing about Uncle Ben. I'll be back. It's going to be brief. We're going to watch this little clip about Uncle Ben. I'll be back shortly. This is hRap, 15 minutes of H.
Featuring the image of a smiling, elderly Black man, simply named Uncle Ben. But behind his friendly facade was a legacy tainted by racial stereotypes that continue to persist. This image invoked a troubling past where Black identity was monetized and individuality was reduced to a caricature. So join us today while we uncover the layers of the racist story of Uncle Ben's rights. And if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemichistory.com. But without further ado, let's get started. In the early 20th century, food technology saw remarkable advancements, particularly in that of rice processing with the development of the Hasselblad process. This innovative method was created by German chemist Heinrich Haseloff with collaboration British chemist Francis Heron Rogers. The process involved vacuum drying, steaming, further vacuum drying before dehusking the rice. Not only did this enhance the nutritional value of the rice, but it also reduced the cooking time and improved its resistance from pests like boll weevils. During this time, Mars Inc. was established in Tacoma, Washington in 1911 by Frank C. Mars. The company had humble beginnings with him. And
Hey, we're back. Yeah, I can't show you the whole video. If you want to watch the video in its entirety, go to One Mic History on YouTube, or you can go to the website that's below you, www.theenderthebench.com, and check it out. It is important that you do so. We will only benefit by knowing what we need to know. The third thing on the docket today is a couple movies. The first movie I want you to check out is a movie. It's actually a TV show. It's called The Madness. The Madness is on Netflix. It is a wonderful movie. It's a wonderful series with this brother. He's on the run. You got white nationalists trying to kill his brother. You got showing you the power of white nationalism, and it's showing you how at the blink of an eye, you can be the target. You can be. It's not, of course, it's fiction, but it's an interesting show. It's something that I think we all need to watch and pay attention to, because as y'all know, I referenced that book that I read in 1991, and it says watch movies and television because your enemy shows you what could potentially be on the horizon. It gives you a little black nationalism. It gives you a little white fear. It's a wonderful story. Check it out on Netflix. And again, the name of that joint is The Madness. The Madness is the name of that joint. The second one is The Piano Lesson. Well, Piano Lesson, not The Piano Lesson. It's also on Netflix. It gives you a peek into the past of the Black community, the spirits that haunt us, the stories that are being hidden. And again, this is one of my pet peeves about our community. And personally, I believe this is one of the things that's holding us back. We do a great job at covering up the history because there's so much pain and anguish in that history. And we don't want to subject our children and our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren to that. We just want to rise to the top. But you know what? I personally believe we need to make that the foundation of the community. We need to have almost a national holiday amongst ourselves. Like I said, Remembrance Day, first Saturday in June. We're not going to monetize it. We're going to make it amongst us. Remembrance Day, where you and your family members get together and introduce them to your ancestors and the pain and the anguish that they suffered being citizens of these United States of America and being Black. Because though that will motivate them. You wonder, I mean, these kids don't want anything because they think that everything is even and free and they have every opportunity everyone else has. And that's just not the case here in the United States of America. The truth is, we must fight, will fight, and have no option but to fight for each and every grain of salt that we get. And once you instill that mentality in the young people, I personally believe we as a people will grow and become the people that we have been meant to be. We could talk about a myriad of other things that stop us, but knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. It's universal, no matter what sect of religion you're from, no matter what form of nationalism you practice. If you know about things, you will master those things. And when you master those things, that will empower you. And when they empower you, you should empower the person to your left, to right, in front of you, behind you, under you, up over you, and anybody who's in your purview. Otherwise, they too will suffer the ills of white nationalism and put you in a situation of a can't win thing. This is what's going on. This is why we suffer, because we don't know. You don't know the pain and anguish of your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your great-great-grandparents. Personally, little showing off. I have created on Ancestry.com. I paid a little $25 a month. I also have paid, right now it's on sale for $39.99, where you put your DNA in this little tool, you set it off, and they let you know where you come from Africa, and it will potentially connect you to everybody in this country who you're related to, or everybody in the world you're related to. If you pay the extra $10, guess who they paid $10? But I paid $39.99. It's on sale until the end of the year. it's going to end up with taxes and shipping 48 and some change or something of that nature. I need all of us to do that, because you know what? It's a dude down the street that might be your cousin who's extremely successful. And he's saying, man, people don't want to, and you want to, and he's your cousin and you don't even know. So this is what we have to do. We have to do everything we can to shrink the black world. Oh, they are all the way over there in Africa. But you know what? It's some people in South Carolina that have, like, I don't really participate in his form of entertainment, but Charlamagne the God is 85% African and from Sierra Leone. That's a connection he could be connecting with directly. And guess what? My grandmother, Maddie Mae Liggins, born, I met Maddie Mae Williams, but she has roots in South Carolina. Her mother, Hattie Mae Turner, is directly connected to that guy. Exactly. So what we're going to do, what we have to do, is spend a little $39, spend a little $50, find out who you're related to. And guess what? What happens if, because of the separation of our community and the lack of knowledge we have, you find out that your worst enemy is your third cousin? That's what I want us to do. That's what we're going to do. Black Friday. Another thing, Style Gods. One of the sponsors of the show, STYLESGODS, Style Gods. Not many, everybody loves fashion. Not many people have style. Go to that. That's an urban outfitter right here in Chicago, Cook County, Illinois, and shop with them. Spend $35, $40, $50 with them. Use that as a Christmas gift. Let's stop giving our oppressors our money. They don't want to pay us overtime. They don't want us to unionize. They don't want us to have health care. But why are we giving them the money back that they barely want to give us? With that being said, continue to stay black, because you don't have no choice. Continue to be proud, because that's the choice. And continue to do everything you can to uplift the community. 2 fingers, 1 word. I'm hRap.
You must build a 5-story building. And this is how you get your wealth and power. Now, the first thing you work on is economics. You started practicing group economics, making your money bounce in your own community 8 to 12 times before it leaves. The second floor is politics. Our people got that backwards. They want to get into politics before they get in the economy. Backwards as hell. You won't make it. You buy every politician with the money you made on the first floor. The third floor is your court system, your police system. You control the court system so they won't be getting 40 years in jail for having marijuana. Then the fourth floor is media. You take your money off the first floor and you buy media. Black folk own 35 thousandths of 1% in media. You don't own media, you can't communicate, you can't organize, you can't motivate. The fifth floor is education. Education is a tool, just like a hammer and a saw. But you got to have an economy. See, when a kid graduates from school, the first thing you do, he should be able to go back to his own community and start building businesses and industries and drawing money into his community and hold it.